All right, we back. Welcome back to the Row 26, another week of the podcast. Full time. We're back each week for your fantasy rankings, for all your insider stuff to make you miss the playoffs in your fantasy leagues and do terrible. So, John, how was the Poconos? How was your day? How was your weekend?
It was really nice. It was good quality family time with the girlfriend, her family. We were on the river. First off, it was funny because last night Cassie's telling me, she's like, you woke up in the middle of the night and went to the bathroom and you just like went outside and then didn't even say hi when you came back in. And I'm like, do you know how fucking exhausted I was yesterday? I woke up at 7 a.m, did an arm workout, then like got ready for the trip, carried the fucking cooler 500 yards filled with beer and waters to the fucking raft, then paddled the entire fucking time, 4 hours, then didn't take any nap, went and hung out with her family, drank, ate.
This is a canoe, by the way, or what are we talking about here? What are we paddling?
It's a raft. It's a raft, but they're all on tubes behind it. So they're behind me, and I'm solo paddling. The only other person in the raft is one of like the little cousins and me. I'm solo paddling the entire time. We stop. I cliff jump. I'm climbing up ropes to get to the highest part to cliff jump.
Oh my god!
And then, like I said, we got back and ate and drank and smoked for hours with her family, like by the fire, and eventually went home. And she's like, "You didn't even, like." I was like, "Yeah, I probably was like sleepwalking virtually at that point. Like, I exerted so much fucking and it's like."
And John still had time to pod before the weekend ends here, so
and social energy too, just like talking and being engaging and like. Just was like, I was like, yeah, it makes fucking perfect sense to me. And then today, she had like a tree fall down. I was like semi-blocking her driveway a little bit, my girlfriend's mom. So I fucking chainsawed that shit up and took care of that. And I went to the gym today. I went there.
Dan out here.
That's because I went there because I went to the gym there because I wanted to be able to come back and pod and not have to worry about going to the gym when I got back. So,
priorities.
Yeah,
I love that.
But no, yesterday was so much fun. It was so funny when people like falling out of tubes on the rapids, like struggling to get back in and shit. I was just cracking the fuck up. But it was a ton of fun.
It's not any class up there, right? It's like flat mostly, like not talking like any like.
Oh yeah, there was no like fucking dips and stuff. Because there was like little kids with us and stuff too.
Oh yeah, so you're just having a good time if people fall out of the raft. Like I've fallen out and gone whitewater rafting before, like class 4, and I remember my uncle had to pick me up by my fucking life jacket.
I was doing a lot of that.
Like a whirlpool.
Yeah, I was doing a lot of that with like the little girls, like bringing them onto the raft and then getting
a little tamer.
More fun. I like. Those level 4 rapids, I remember me and my sister went with my dad and like his at the time girlfriend. When I was maybe like 11, my sister was like 13 or 14, and was
dig
my
your
dad
feet into the front seat in front of you.
And I'm like 11 years old, like very like have to do a ton of the lion's share of work.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, sir, this is nothing. I've been preparing for this because my sister did fall out, and they told you like you have to lay flat because you don't want to get your foot stuck in like the rocks or whatever. Like that's how people drown. I just remember my sister laying fucking stiff as a board, like trying not to get fucking sucked into the water. And like another group actually pulled her onto their boat, and then when it calmed down a little, we got over and got her back in our boat.
This is upstate New York, or is this like in Virginia or something?
At this point, I think that was upstate New York. I think that was like the Catskills, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Adirondack.
I've gone whitewater rafting up there before. It's fun. It's like class 3, class 4. It's a good time.
Yeah, but this was yesterday. This was easy. This was just the Delaware River, like
flat.
Probably didn't even like need a raft. Honestly, we probably could have floated, but it's just to steer it, like to make sure you're not like gonna run into the rocks or whatever. And and then when we get there, fucking, I'm getting that cooler full of beer I talked about, and Cassie brought out the food. Like this, we got a bunch of sandwiches in the morning for everybody. Mm-hmm. And I watched her take it out of the house. So I'm like, it's good or whatever. Like, but she put it in her car and we took her mom's car. So she brought the sandwiches to the wrong car. So we get to the place and like, we didn't have time to go back and get it because you got to leave at like a certain time, your group. So she forgot all the food. All we had was like a couple snacks and shit. I'm like, stop. So
people are dying.
I'm fucking paddling, and they're like, you could probably just wait. I'm like, nah, I want to fucking finish this so I can eat. Like, I'm fucking starving. So I did go
goal oriented. Like, focus on the finish line.
Let's get this shit done. But no, it was a lot of fun, bro. It was so much laughter. The cliff jumping was sick. Did some sick
Nice.
jumps. So yeah, it was a
Love
lot of fun. And it's good picture setup when you got the life vest to block your belly fat, and then you got the fucking,
Everyone out of the woodwork to give you some compliments, man. People notice. People be seeing.
I know. That's why I wore like a big shirt. I didn't want people to keep sexualizing me when I wore the wife beater on the last podcast. I felt like
they're like, yo, you guys don't even know I was malnourished in that picture.
I felt like a damn thirst trap. I was thirst trapping on the pod out here, so I'm all big. I'm boxy t-shirted up this week. We're keeping
that would have been the funniest moment for Buddy to just like heart that photo. The guy doesn't talk once in the chat.
Yeah.
Bang with the heart right there.
It just like even takes it further, like emoji with like the tongue out, like.
Nick gives you the tongue emoji, like, damn, I gotta go. This is too much.
Yeah,
I gotta leave the league.
I delete the picture.
I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. As soon as I saw the Maria fart video, I was like, I gotta get out of this. I gotta get out of this league. I just delete. But welcome Vincent to our league, by the way.
Oh yeah, I'm excited about that. Welcome Sags, cool. And then bye Sags.
Yeah, see ya. Pretty fitting.
Yeah.
If we find two more, I'm down for 14. Like, we've had this league's long standing. It's been a long time coming. So I feel like we'll get 14 back next year, even if we don't. But
it's funny that like people are like, well, Al's unreliable. It's like, well, we wanted Sags to even make it to the season. Like, he didn't even make it to week 2 of preseason. So
he was such a candidate to miss the draft. In my head, I was just like, that's like auto draft candidate right there too. It's just like he did this. I think he did us all a favor at that point. But I also, I respect it. Like if he's like, yo, I'm bogged down. I'm not going to be an active member in this league. I'm leaving. Like, all right, good. Yeah. Leave.
He asked me what the league fee was like a couple days ago, and then maybe that's what it was. Maybe that $250 was a little steep.
It's a very serious league over here.
Didn't make enough restaurant review videos, I guess, this month to pay it off. So, number one Guido, see ya.
Number one Guido, see ya. But maybe we'll catch you around the bend, number one Guido. Maybe next year when you have 500,000 people following you. But any event, I think let's get into it. Today we're going to talk about like your fantasy rookies to keep an eye on for the season coming up, and then we'll get right into the what we're calling it now. It's called the hot seat, and that's for when you do the quiz. That's kind of something I thought of. I was like, oh, is this whoever's on the hot seat? So that's a nice fitting thing with John's name. I think we're going to try to figure out as many colloquial things that we can use your name with. I think Hot's Corner, hot seat. So far, we're we've got a couple of nice ones. If you have any more, please don't be afraid to give us a few comments below our video and let us know. But anyway, John, you want to kick it off? Is there anybody that you're like, obviously, Jeremiah Love, a lot of these bigger names, Jordan Tyson, maybe even is a big name I've been seeing a lot of reviews about because that Tyler Shook offense with Kellen Moore over there. That should be high flying offense with Olave and getting ETN in the offseason too and Kamara reeing up. That's going to be a cool team. Is anybody else that's like rookie wise that you're like keeping an eye on? You're like, whoa, this guy's probably going to end up being the best blank this season or have the most blank this season, maybe. Or even on the contrary, anybody that you feel like is being over ranked and a lot of people are very high on, you're like, that guy's not going to do shit.
Well, I think something that stood out to me, just like doing quick research on this after you said it was going to be a topic, was a name that I was looking for to see what he would be priced at. It's Kenyon Sadiq for the Jets.
It's interesting you start there.
Coming into an offense where there isn't a ton of firepower in the passing game. Obviously, last year, moved on from some guys and now like Sauce Gardner. So I know he's on the defensive side, but obviously have kind of like moving on.
It's a new day, and it's a new day there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So and I think that he is a super duper talent, and we've never in our lives seen a good. Maybe ever in the history of the Jets had a good tight end. Like the best maybe I can remember is Dustin Keller, like Anthony Becht, these are their best guys, and they are not very talented at all. And Kenyon Sadiq is an absolute freak, taken 15th overall. I mean, I'm looking over this odds list, and these guys are all taken, not all of them, but a lot of them are taken after him. Jadarian Price, obviously, in a good spot, but Mekhi Lemon taken after him. Carson Beck, obviously taken much later. Casey Concepcion, Denzel Boston. Mm-hmm. These guys all have better, odds than him. And let's just see if we could get to a spot where, hey, if he's plus like 10,000 or something crazy, I'll look up DraftKings if you want to talk about it, what your opinion is, to see if there are even odds on him at this point. But that was someone I thought right away. And then when I went to look up the odds, there was nothing there. So I think Kenyon Sadiq could definitely have a big year this year on a Jets team that needs offensive production.
Yeah, I think it's funny. Casey and I were talking about this when we were playing golf the other day, like on the game, and we were talking about Sadiq because he drafted him in his dynasty. And Jets ruin players. That's the number one place my head goes. So like you think about Mason Taylor, I believe that's the other tight end that people were high on for the Jets like a year ago or so, and it just didn't pan out. But also the quarterback play wasn't probably as stable as maybe a Geno Smith is bringing you. So, and that's the place I arrive also, is that Geno Smith playing with Bowers, even though Bowers is super talent, like he broke the rookie record for catches and all that stuff. And like, he was an outstanding player, like even over what anybody anticipated from his production. Like people knew that Bowers was going to be great, but like 100 and whatever it was, 12 catches, 16 catches in that season is unbelievable. It's ridiculous for any single season for any player ever for at the tight end position, forget rookie. So that gives me hope that like, okay, Geno obviously loves his security blanket. Garrett Wilson has had injury problems, so relying on him throughout a season, they in that trade with Sauce, they got Adonai Mitchell, who has some talent, and maybe a new scene will allow him to be a little bit better. But I still don't love the weapons on this team. It's going to be very obviously Brees and Braylon Allen focused. But Geno is somebody that likes to throw. And like you said, the defense is weaker. They're going to be behind in a lot of games. And that could spell well for a guy like Sadiq that just racks up a lot of that underneath shit. So I like where your head is, because their defense is not going to be good. They've lost players, and they really haven't replaced them with anybody that's like bona fide that like you're like, oh, okay, this team's in a great spot still on defense.
And I love your note on the Geno Smith effect, the referencing his contribution to Bowers' numbers his rookie year. But that does bring into the devil's advocate of the situation. I just looked it up. It's plus 4,500, by the way. So it's 45 to 1. It's obviously a long shot, but I think the value is there. But my point being with the devil's advocate is that even when Brock Bowers broke the record for any tight end catches in any season when he was a rookie, he still didn't win Rookie of the Year. Jaden Daniels won it because he's a quarterback on a good team. That being said, I don't see any of these rookie quarterbacks leading their teams to the conference championship game or, a division win. I don't see the Raiders competing like that this year with Mendoza.
Oh, if we're talking about Sadiq winning the Rookie of the Year, you're talking about.
Yeah, because I'm saying even when Bowers did all that with Geno, let's say Sadiq does all that with Geno this year, it's still not a given he's going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year because they do lean towards quarterbacks. That being said, there's no Jaden Daniels almost situationally in this year's
Mendoza,
draft.
Maybe.
Yeah, but Mendoza isn't even supposedly going to start week one.
Kirk Cousins, they're going to start?
That's what they're saying as of now. And two, I just still don't think the Raiders are in a spot to compete quite yet with their talent.
It's a feel-good story, and it's like maybe they all know that he's not really an NFL prospect, and it's just because his mom's in a fucking wheelchair that they're going to ride this out as long as they can.
I think Mendoza will be solid. I just don't like. But then again, if you're asking me if I would have said the Commanders wouldn't have been a spot to make the conference championship game, Jaden Daniels rookie year, I would have said no also. So obviously anything could happen. Looking at these odds here, I mean, if I'm just thinking purely on who I think has the best shot of winning it, it would be one of the two running backs coming out of Notre Dame this year. And Jeremiah Love might be in a Gentry situation where just no matter how good he is, he just has nowhere to go. The Cardinals win total is projected 3.5 is the over-under. That's one of the lowest I can remember seeing, especially in a 17-game season. Rookie of the year last year was Ted McMillan, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Trying to think. It was him and Ibuka, I guess, were two guys that were fighting for it for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I could look up the voting, but I know Tet won. It wasn't Gentry. If you want to look up the voting real quick, I can make
I got it.
Points. I do think maybe Jadarian Price going at the end of the first round to the Seahawks. Like we said, Charbonnet is still there, but the fact that with Charbonnet, they still want to invest the first-round pick, I think they want to have a two running back system where both are eating, much like Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker last year.
Charbonnet's very hurt, though, too, also. Apparently,
he's injury prone.
And he's already very
right.
hurt. Like he has no off season. That always doesn't spell well for players. You and I both know the ramp is huge to get them into playing shape and like off of a Super Bowl as well. Like and he was hurt, I believe, in the playoffs last year. So this is still coming from last year into this year that he's been dealing with this same injury. It's very serious. I forget what injury it is, but I believe it was a serious one.
And let's say Charbonnet is even healthy by the time the season starts. There's a world where Jadarian Price is the 60-40 of that running back.
Kenneth Walker, esque in a sense, usage-wise. Yeah, absolutely.
Just because they were willing to invest that pick at the end of the first round for him shows me they're like, they plan on using him. It's not like they would use that pick to be like, we're going to build this guy up. He's a running back. They transition better than any. Like I remember you asked me one time, what position translates best to the NFL? And you're like, and I said running back, and you're like, well, my dad said kicker, and I'm like, all right, we're not talking about special teams, or I'll say long.
I remember that was years ago. That's so funny.
I'll say long snapper then if we're going to do that,
Yeah, that's funny.
But I do think running back.
Tet won it by handily over Tyler Shook. 168. He had 445 voting points. Travion was third. Dart fourth. Abuka fifth. Zabel sixth. Wow, a guard got love.
Well, he was awesome for the Broncos last year. So,
you mean Seahawks?
Oh, Seahawks. Excuse me.
Yeah,
the other North Dakota guys.
He did play. Yeah, no, he did play and into the playoffs. They won the Super Bowl. I mean,
he won the Super Bowl.
Schweiziger was defensive rookie. He won it handily over Emmanuel, James Pierce. I believe James Pierce got hurt recently. Is that right? I thought I saw that.
James Pierce got in trouble.
Jalen Walker's the one that got hurt, and he's out for the year on Atlanta.
Yeah, James Pierce got in trouble. I don't know that.
Yeah, Atlanta's a wreck.
Good though. Christ. But it's like no matter what, whether you're at UGA or you're on the Falcons, it seems like you're prone to get in trouble.
If you're in Atlanta, run.
If you're in Georgia, the cops are going to.
You better be Roddy White. You better be Roddy White and Peachy Clean.
The cops aren't letting you off in Georgia. I think we've learned.
Yeah.
But and then I guess. Do you want to do
a couple other? Yeah, there's a couple other guys I do like. Zachariah Branch on Atlanta actually is a receiver that I would keep my eye on. They only really have Drake London, Kyle Pitts. I have never thought is reliable, and I don't know who their wide receiver 2 is going to be in that team. So I do like Zachariah Branch to be that guy that maybe gets a lot of single coverage and can end up showing out. I do like the kid Malachi Fields on the Giants. I've been hearing a lot of good things about him. Opposite to Neighbors, and Neighbors is still going to be coming off the injury. Odell usually doesn't make it a full season. No Wandell over there. Someone's got to catch the ball. That is a guy I would keep my eye on if you're in fantasy. And unless the Giants are just like Pat Ricard, Tyrone Tracy, and Scadaboo 40 times a game, then obviously that'll be limited. But and then the last guy that I would say that seems a guy that I would stay away from is Mekhi Lemon. We're already starting to see the hamstring shit. With that team, I could see that being an issue that just throughout his career.
And his quarterback is Jalen Hurts, and obviously
outside of even that being a reason, and of course they only throw 200 yards a game, but talent. He's talented, but I just don't think he'll stay on the field.
I just want to. I'm just saying that to kind of make a quick transition. We'll get back to what we're talking about. But I remember we had our spirited debate about quarterback, rankings and tiers, and Justin Herbert versus Jalen Hurts, and The Athletic just dropped their quarterback rankings. And I'm going to start by saying, I obviously don't take this as gospel. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff I disagree with on here.
Sure.
But they had Jalen Hurts, which I think it's even a little low. And for me to say that is crazy because
they had him 20.
They had him 17, and they had Justin Herbert 6th. Which
That's
I
crazy.
also, I mean, like I said, this is 50 executives and coaches. And
someone's trying to fuck Madison Beer. That's all I can say.
But there's also
that's why they like Herbert.
Are these coaches and GMs that they're talking to using smoke and mirrors, whatever? It is anonymous, but still. But either way, just it's crazy to think that and also with the same Athletic quarterback list, Jalen Hurts probably after last year, I didn't know this for a fact, was probably 8, and now he's 17. It fluctuates so much. For example, CJ Stroud, I think was 8th 2 years ago, and now he's 20th. But he looked like he has gotten worse. But I just bring this up to say, it's so crazy how you could jump around in the NFL.
CJ Stroud or Jalen Hurts.
I mean, Stroud looked so bad in the playoffs last year. Again, I don't like Jalen Hurts. Looked terrible in the playoffs last year too against a San Francisco 49ers team that was absolutely fucking decimated, who lost by 50 the next week to Seattle. Like, that was a bad playoff loss, even though it was a close game. At home to the 49ers, who were absolutely decimated roster-wise, is just insane to me. But that being said, that CJ Stroud game against the Patriots was one of the worst quarterback performances in a playoff game I've ever seen. And I know the Patriots have a good defense, but it wasn't just the Patriots playing good defense. When guys were open, he was spiking the ball. The very first play, they run a little play action to get I forget the guy's name, number 15 or whatever. The wide receiver.
Hutchinson.
Yeah, either Hutchinson or
Xavier Hutchinson is number 15. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Then just literally the first play, he was open in the flats for a good 7-8 yard game, maybe first down.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he throws it right in the dirt. The very first play, like
he had the yips. It was like seeing ghost thing. Sam Darnold from the Jets years back.
That's we were talking about bringing in fucking long neck McGee off the bench to fucking play that game. That's how bad.
Dougie Mills. Hell yeah.
Davis Mills to the fucking
Davis Mills
to play quarterback. That's how bad it was. But all this to say, like, we talk about it, like, you think Hurts is better, I think Herbert's better, whatever. Like, I think you've stood down off that take a little bit since, but like, it's just crazy how these quarterbacks have bounced around and how much it is really team dependent at the end of the day, like how much success you can have as a quarterback.
There's no question. Yeah, for sure.
But
I mean, if you don't have a good roster around you, no matter what team you're ever on as a quarterback, you could.
Oh, you just dropped out. No, I can't hear you again. Oh, there you are. I hear the music. No, your mic is set muted. No, I can't hear you now. I don't know if you want to jump out and back in. I'll talk about defensive rookies.
Check.
Now you're back.
All right, cool. Sorry about that. No, I was saying that no matter if you have the best talent, at the end of the day, like, if you don't have an offensive line, if you're missing both your tackles like Herbert has missed, it doesn't matter how talented you are, like, you're not going to win anything. And Jalen Hurts has had two of the best tackles in football on the contrary, and he wins. So it's really that simple. And this is Hotz smiling because that speaks to his take and, the idea that Herbert is better than Jalen.
Justin Herbert is better than Jalen Hurts. There's no
doubt. I mean, as a winning football player, making winning decisions on a football field, I challenge that. But overall talent,
we've gone over in the playoffs. His playoff wins are they win by 35 points, or like because the defense dominates and gets pick sixes and 8 sacks. Like, he's never had a 2-minute drive where he's made winning decisions and won a game in the playoffs. It's never happened. His team has dominated or he's lost.
He's done it at the highest level, though. Like, Herbert, this guy does
not. But it's not. He hasn't done it at high pressure, highest level where he makes winning decisions. When in the first quarter, when they're already at 14-0, and he throws a touchdown to Devontae Smith. Like
yeah, he definitely knows he definitely knows how to put his foot on your throat when the gang's all there and he shows up as the mobster with the hat in the middle and he steps on the guy's throat after all his henchmen already just did all the work and he comes in and steps on your throat. He definitely knows how to do that job very well. But I will say this about
Herbert. Like the easiest job in football.
Yeah, it's the mob boss job for sure. That's why I'm.
So did Brad Johnson.
But you still.
So did Brad Johnson on the Bucks. So did Trent Dilfer on the Ravens. Like. Yeah, my defense is playing great.
He's been to two, and neither of those guys threw for like 375 and like 4 touchdowns or whatever the fuck, 4 total touchdowns, whatever that was in a Super Bowl.
In the loss?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Been to 2. Now we start moving the goalposts to like.
It's not moving the goalposts. Like we're talking about Herbert. He's 0-3 in the playoffs.
Yeah, but if you put him on. You think he would have lost to the 49ers if he had the Eagles offense and defense when they won by
any loss that's happened to Philly, he's 100% a candidate because he's only shown to be proven a loser in the playoffs.
But all these wins on Philly, like I said, like every single game they've won in the playoffs with the exception, I guess, of the Rams.
I'll go that way with you. I do believe that Herbert could have won a lot of games in that same Philly system with that offensive line and that setup and those skill players like Saquon and all those guys. I definitely agree with that sentiment that if you plug Herbert into that system,
I just don't.
Theoretically, they could have won both Super Bowls.
Here's where we differentiate. It's that, like, he's a winning quarterback. He's made the Super Bowl twice. He's won a Super Bowl. Okay. In those runs, you equate that to making winning plays, making winning decisions. I equate that to his team dominated to every single playoff win they've had. And you talk about Herbert's playoff losses. I'll argue that Hurts's playoff losses are exponentially worse than Herbert's. Even though he lost, he doesn't have a win yet.
Herbert had like a 3 interception loss too.
Yeah, but I'm saying Jalen Hurts losing to San Francisco with their backups
that was ridiculous.
Worse than any playoff loss that Jalen Hurts has had when he had Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown, the number one defense. When they lost to the Buccaneers 31-9 in the playoffs the year after they went to the Super Bowl, that was the worst loss. The end of that season where they collapsed, when they had the best roster in the NFL,
Giants.
They lost to the Giants and the Cardinals back-to-back weeks to lose the division to the Cowboys that year. The Cowboys were plus 1,100 to win the division with 3 games left, and he blew it. So he has the bad losses, and his wins in the playoffs are all team blowout wins. It's never been Jalen Hurts put the team on his back and carry them to a win by making winning decisions and winning moments. If you want to be like, he's good when he has a lead, he knows how to step on a throat, fine, I'll give you that. But that's also, like I said, that's the easiest job in football.
Mm-hmm. I do think you're right about a lot of things you just said, so I won't bury any of those points. I will say that I think Hurts is good knowing where his bread is buttered. Like it's not. I think Herbert. One of the things that I would say about why I don't like Herbert is I don't think he necessarily he's somebody that I feel like hikes the ball and he's just going through the motion of the play. Like I don't think the intangibles to me sit. Like he doesn't understand even his own athleticism. Sometimes I feel like he's a great scrambler and he doesn't do it enough. I feel like a couple games I've seen him take over the game from scrambling and throwing the ball. He doesn't use his best players. There have been multiple games I've watched that because obviously I had Ladd for all these years. There are multiple games he does not use his best players on the team and does not highlight them, getting them the ball. He just kind of spreads it thin.
I don't want to relitigate the same arguments, but the things
I'm not relitigating. I'm just saying that one of the things about Herbert I don't like is that it doesn't feel like it feels like he just kind of he doesn't use if I'm Mahomes, I use Tyreek Hill and Kelsey as much as possible.
Justin Herbert, you're saying he's quick to make decisions. He locks in on people before the play. All this stuff Jalen Hurts does too. He does it. He does those things even worse.
But at least he's doing it with fucking A.J. Brown, not Arondé Godson or something.
But Justin Herbert has no fucking time to throw the ball the last 3 years. His best offensive line season, he threw for 5,000 yards when he was 23 years old. Jalen Hurts will never throw for 5,000 yards in a season. Never. He's not physically talented and capable enough.
Has he thrown 4,000 before?
I don't know. If he has, it's barely. But my point being, he doesn't have the arm talent and the skill and accuracy to hit numbers.
It's not his game. Yeah, there's no way. His game is not high volume passing, and he never has.
And he's last season when I first made the argument, he got away from running. He got away. He doesn't want to run the ball. And if you're not going to run the ball, that's what makes you special. That's what separates you. So if you're not going to do that, then you go down from a top 10 quarterback to number 17 fairly.
Facts, because the season before, how many rushing touchdowns did he have? 14.
And he still gets the touchdown because they do the tush push at the 1 yard line. But
he would probably have 600, 700 rushing yards, not 200 or 300.
But even at tush push touchdowns, if they just handed the ball to Saquon Barkley behind that offensive line, you think
probably get
their touchdown percentage goes down what? Maybe they get 20 out of 20, 20 out of 21 instead of 21 out of 21. It's they could score either way.
I've seen Saquon get stuff. You're the one that used to tell me about that. How he's a bounce to the outside guy.
He got stuffed on the Giants with Evan Neal and fucking, and Justin Pugh coming out of retirement at 255 pounds playing left tackle.
Not Francis Mayuga and Kelsey and boys. Yeah.
I don't know who Francis Mayuga is, but
what's his name? Excuse me. I'm thinking
Jordan Mailata.
Mailata, sorry. Mayuga is on the Giants. Sorry, Mailata.
But either way, we can get into
mixing up my Hawaiian boys.
Defensive rookies of the year. I'll just give 1 point on this week. You can keep it moving, but
sure.
I was just thinking there's a name that stands out to me because it kind of reminds me of Schlesinger, a second-round pick linebacker. I think Schlesinger was also a second-round pick. He might have been third. Mm-hmm. Jacob Rodriguez. We talked about it briefly last week because we were talking about Texas Tech's defense falling off. Going to the Dolphins.
Yeah.
He's going to be playing on a pretty good defense sneakily and against some bad offenses in that AFC East. I don't think the Patriots offense, I get it. May had a great year last year, but I do think they have a lot of holes, especially losing Diggs. And then obviously the Jets offense should be one of the worst in the NFL. And also, he's just a ball player. I love watching him play at Texas Tech. Flies around the field. Reminds me of like a Zach Thomas, not just because they both went to Texas Tech, but, like just flies around the field. Absolute stud.
No, I like that. I like that a lot. I thought about him. I also like Anthony Hill, I think, on Tennessee. I think Tennessee's going to be a better football team this year. I do like him. I don't really know. He's only 21, right? He's like 20 or 21. He's a little younger than Rodriguez.
Rodriguez definitely played a lot of college football.
But
no, I just plus 1,500, and like I said, he's gonna start. He's gonna make plays. He's gonna be in the conversation for sure. And that plus 1,500, I think that's a good bet. I'm probably gonna put that in.
That's a good bet. I like that. Anthony Hill is one guy I pay attention to, and then the other guy that I like a lot is Ruben Bain on Tampa. I think that they had a hole there.
He's the favorite right now, plus 475.
It's interesting. I'm obviously not looking at any of these odds, but that makes sense. I feel like they had a gap there and a hole there. I think Vita Vea also just left there, if I'm not mistaken. It's gonna be.
It must be something with training camp, because like the fact that he's above Bailey and Styles and Reese and Downs, all guys who went ahead of him.
That's interesting.
Very interesting.
I do like Downs as well. I mean, that secondary is going to be good if they can stay healthy. It's an interesting team.
Especially with Christian Parker coming over from the Eagles. We saw what he did with Quignon and Cooper. I see, very similar.
It's interesting. It's an interesting team.
Caleb Downs and Cooper DeJean could be like, he might be the black Cooper DeJean, Caleb Downs, and they're even better possibly.
Maybe better. DeJean, I feel like I haven't seen as much of Downs as much as DeJean, but like I feel like DeJean's a different player than Downs.
They're kind of with Parker coaching them, it's kind of set up the same way. Like in nickel, he's going to be the corner, and then in base, he's going to play safety, kind of like similar to DeJean. He's a little more dynamic as a safety than Cooper DeJean. But I think also one of the reasons they got rid of Blankenship was the plan that probably Christian Parker started to say, hey, I think this guy could play both, and mix them up in both. And I think that's what Downs is going to do right away. So he'll have a lot of opportunity. Dallas defense, they're probably going to see a lot of the field, because Dallas offense, I anticipate to be a monster this year, just like last year and years before.
Well, we're going to talk about that in a second. Not necessarily directly, but we'll be talking about it in a second.
All right, let's get into it.
We want to get into it? Give me 1 second. I'm going to go 1 second.
All right, well, Zach takes a break. Let's see what he got. He was offended by the quiz last week. I didn't think it was that hard. It was more obviously Jeopardy style than just like naming guys off a list that we usually do of like how many guys have hit 10,000 receiving yards or stuff like that. It was more of a, question and answer where you had to do some critical thinking. So he said he put together a good, strong trivia quiz for me this week. We will see. I'm not entirely certain he didn't use AI or something like that, but he says he didn't. I didn't put a lot of research into mine. I had a theme.
I put a lot of research. You don't understand. I took time. All right. I treated it like it was like a work assignment.
You just showed me the screen, and you don't even see the answers listed underneath. So
they're not listed underneath like that.
So how do you know who it is? How do you know the answers?
No, the answers are listed underneath each question, but I thought you meant like at the bottom.
No. Okay, all right.
So let's get right into it. You're just talking about the Cowboys.
Okay.
This is going to be, just to set the table, this is going to be a mix of baseball and football questions.
And there's no theme.
No general theme. Each of the questions will build its own theme. All right. So, as a lot of us know, Dak was a 4th-round pick in the 2016 draft. Name 4 of the QBs who were drafted before him.
This is 2014?
There are 7 total. I'm asking you to name 4.
This is 2014?
2016 draft.
2016 draft.
So again, let me repeat it. Dak was a 4th-round pick in the 2016 draft. Name 4 of the 7 QBs who were drafted before him.
2016 draft. All right, that's rough.
And here's one clue. Only 2 of those players are current NFL starters.
Okay. Yeah, I figured it'd be something like that. I know that I want to say this is true. The Giants took the kid from Cal that year, but he's also in the fuck. I'll just throw it out there to try to eliminate a year then, because who drafted? What team picked first that year? So it's hard to remember.
The Rams.
The Rams. Okay.
So that should set you on the good table, I think.
Yeah, that helps. So Jared Goff.
That's right.
Carson Wentz.
That's right.
Jared Goff, Carson Wentz. 2016. I know those are the two that are still in the NFL.
Well, only one of those two is a starter. There's one more starter.
Oh, starting.
Wentz is a backup.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, starting. Okay, so there's backups still around. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
so
I can't. I didn't do that research, so I can't confirm or deny if any of those other guys are still lingering around the league as a backup. So I didn't want to go there.
All right, so it's only two are still starting. Okay.
Correct. Goff, you said as one of them. Yeah, that's correct. There's one other who was drafted before Dak Prescott.
All right, Goff, Wentz. Goff and Wentz. That's a good. So two solid off the bat. 2016 is that? I don't want to fucking guess it quite yet, but I do think that's true. All right, 2016. It's too early for him.
Hotz is on Google right now.
All right, let's go.
He's looking up Ask Jeeves. Ask Jeeves.
No, I'm not looking at anything. Bears, Lions, Vikings. I'm like every name that's coming in my head. I'm like
one of these teams is always a bad team.
Yeah. I'll just say I'm gonna say Davis Webb just because I feel like that was that same year, but
it's a good guess, but no.
Okay. So all right, so it's not that year.
Former Giant, as he's what he's talking about.
That helps me a little bit because I know it's not that year now. Okay. 2016, Goff, Wentz. I just keep everything feels early that I'm thinking of right now. Goff, Wentz.
I'll give you a clue. One guy in this that's left is one of the starters for a team, and another guy was a backup for his entire career. I don't even think he's in the league anymore for the same team.
Okay. All right, I'm just gonna go through the teams in my head quick. Sorry. All right.
That was a good clue.
Yeah, Chargers.
This is also why I said 8 questions, because this is not easy.
Yeah, definitely.
But it is relatable to you because it's Dak Prescott.
Yeah, Chargers, Raiders, Chiefs, Broncos, 49ers. No. No. Seahawks, no. Cardinals, no.
One of these guys is still a starter. The other guys are quintessential busts, is what you would call them.
Okay. Give me the team that drafted them. I'll take it, so I don't want to keep doing this forever. Just give me the
So the team that I was just referring to is the Jets.
Oh, the Jets. And the
Yeah,
Jets
he's a
starter.
quintessential backup on the Jets.
Yeah, the Jets starter right now.
Sorry. I didn't mean to say, sorry. I don't know why I said the Jets starter. Meant to say Cardinals starter. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Jacoby Brissett. I almost
That's
said
one.
him. I almost said him too. I should have just fucking said it. That's stupid.
Yeah. And then the other one was a quintessential backup for the Jets forever. I don't think I ever saw him start a game bust. And another one I believe was drafted by
Christian Hackenberg.
That's right.
I almost said him too. I'm a bitch.
All right, so I'll give you the full list now because you named.
No, you can just give me the teams. Give me the teams left that drafted the players.
Okay. So one of these I'm not going to know. I can't recall it. I just wrote this in my notes, so I can't recall it. The other one I believe is Denver.
Paxton Lynch.
That's correct.
Okay.
The other guy I can't think of the team. I'm like, give me a second.
Just look it up real quick.
Yeah, I'll look it up quick.
Because there's 2 more, right?
One more.
Okay, so I got all of them with the team.
Cleveland in the 3rd round.
Cleveland in the 3rd round. What's his name?
Shit.
The guy from Stanford?
No.
Or is it Deshaun Kaiser?
Not Stanford, but USC.
Oh, not Stanford. USC. Oh,
Kaiser's a good guess. What a name.
USC.
Kaiser with the fro, dude.
Yeah, USC. Oh my God, I know who this guy
Sounds
is.
like a Jewish person.
Give me the
Let's get
first
close.
name. I don't know. I can't remember.
Cody.
Oh, Cody Kessler.
Yeah, exactly. So the 7 players were Goff, Wentz, Paxton Lynch, Christian Hackenberg, Jacoby Brissett. I fucked that up. Sorry about that. And Cody Kessler. In the 2015 playoffs, the Mets had 4 players who had at least 3 home runs. Daniel Murphy is one of them. Who are the other 3?
The year they played the Royals in the World Series
And lost in 5 games. So
Yeah,
let me repeat the
all right,
question.
so
In the
4
2015 playoffs, the Mets had 4 players who had at least 3 home runs. Daniel Murphy is one. Who are the other 3?
Lucas Duda.
Nope.
Wow, that's surprising. All right. I
believe he had 2, if I remember what I was looking at earlier.
Okay. I'll go for some chalky ones. David Wright. Okay. All right. First base, not Duda. Second base was Murphy. Shortstop in 2015 as Drupal Cabrera. Third base was David Wright. Outfield was you. That Lucas Duda threw me off. I thought that would for sure be it.
That's 2. He had 2. 2. I'm like 99% sure I remember looking at it. It was surprising to me too.
Yeah.
I didn't even see David Wright's name on this roster, I'll be honest.
He was. I think he was still there.
If he was there, it's possible. I don't even see him under anything.
Okay. I got to go to the outfield. 2015. Who's playing the fucking outfield? Why am I blanking right now?
Yeah, it's outfield and still infield, actually.
All right. So, catcher, I guess. Give me a second. Got to think of this team. All right. 2015 Mets in the outfield. Goodness gracious. Who was out there? I keep thinking older. Like it's after fucking all these guys that I'm thinking. Paul, what's his face? Cespedes.
Cespedes only had 2 home runs.
Jesus, that's crazy. 4 players had 3 home runs.
Duda had 1.
Duda had 1.
David Wright had 1. He
Wright
was there.
had 1.
Yeah, like no, he was there. I'm mistaken on him. I didn't see.
So
his name.
it's center fielder, corner outfielder, and catcher. Who was playing center? Fuck me. Can't believe Cespedes and Duda were on there. Who the fuck was playing center field?
Murphy's a psycho, by the way.
No, he went off. He had like 7
He
home
was
runs.
psycho. He's psycho, dude. This is crazy.
Yeah,
These stats are crazy.
Yeah, no, he had one of the best playoff runs. That's why it's
Slugging
like almost
724.
he was almost the only person hitting in those playoffs. That's why it's like
This is fake shit. Yeah,
All
this
right,
is
they beat the
carrying. You
Cubs.
want to talk about carrying? Daniel Murphy, playoffs for the Mets.
Curtis Granderson.
There you go. That's 1.
All right, Curtis Granderson, and then who else was in the outfield? Fuck. I've named everyone besides outfield and catcher. At this point.
It's like a staple Met. The other guy is other guy's a niche Met. Like a good you would know this other guy's name, obviously.
No, I know. I should know both, but I'm just thinking.
One of these guys is actually like a name. I would say a decent amount of baseball people would know his name.
A right fielder and a catcher. God, who is their fucking catcher then? I'm getting too swept up with catcher, I think. Darno,
catcher.
and then
That's
the
2.
right fielder now, and I got it. Who is the fucking right fielder?
I mean, he played for the Giants, Dodgers, obviously the Mets. He's a great Met. Really a main.
Jay Bruce.
No.
Great Met. Like a well-known Met?
Yeah, I'd say so. I liked him as a Met. Yeah, for sure. From 2015 to 2021 Met.
Oh, phew. 2015
Dog.
to 2021.
Was an all-star in 2017 for the Mets.
So one-time all-star for the Mets. 2017.
Yeah. He had some good seasons, though.
He played for the Dodgers and the Giants.
2 seasons for the Giants and then the Dodgers, and then he's on the Cubbies this year.
2 seasons for the
His name's gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt.
No, I know. Don't give it to me. I'm gonna find it.
I'm not.
Right fielder for the Mets in 2015. Why the fuck can I not think of this right now? Good, solid Met. I'm picturing like 20-plus home run guy. White guy, black guy, Spanish guy?
Probably like looks like me, my skin color, I'd say.
Wilmer Flores? Because you said Giants and Dodgers. That's why.
It's a good name.
I
think he was on that team, yeah.
Yeah, then they had Tejada was out short.
You want me to give you the name?
He got hurt.
You can go to the next question.
No, give me the. You said he looks like you, so he's white. He's not Hispanic. Like he's obviously not black. He's a white guy.
Yeah, he's a white guy.
White guy for the Mets.
Yeah, he's like a shaded white guy. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
White guy for the Mets who played right field in 2015. I can't believe I named the whole lineup beside this guy.
So
fucking the pitching staff was fucking Harvey, Wheeler, DeGrom, Syndergaard, and Bartolo Colon. Fucking Familia was the closer. Who the fuck was playing right field? God damn, this is gonna kill
number
me.
30.
Number 30? I don't know. Jason Bay. I don't know. Who it is.
Michael Conforto is the name.
Oh, yeah. I should have had that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Mike, we'll go back.
The
You're good. Let's keep it moving. I have more cool questions. All right.
Yeah. No, I totally forgot about Conforto. He had a good playoffs.
In 2014, the Tigers had 3 pitchers who won 15-plus games. I think we talked about that in the last pod. 1 player on their staff who didn't even win 5 regular season games pitched the most innings for the Tigers in the playoffs that year, and won a Cy Young with a different team and a World Series with a third team. Who is this player?
Rick Porcello?
No, he was one of the guys that won 15 games.
On that 2014 Dodgers, there was 4 Cy Young winners on that team? Because they had Max Scherzer.
Yes.
They had Justin Verlander, and they had Rick Porcello.
If Porcello has one, I didn't know that. If Porcello has one, that's correct.
Rick Porcello certainly has one.
Okay, so let me read the question back to you. I worked on this question for a while, too. This is a good one. In 2014, the Tigers had 3 pitchers, including Rick Porcello, who won 15-plus games that year. 1 player on their staff who didn't even win 5 regular season games pitched the most innings for the Tigers in the playoffs that year, and won a Cy Young with a different team and a World Series.
They won a Cy Young when they won a Cy Young with a different team before or after 2014?
I believe before was the Cy Young, and I believe the World Series was after that he won with a third team. So he has this player has a World Series with one team, a Cy Young with a different team, and was on that 2014 Tiger staff and led them in innings for that playoffs, but did not even have, I believe, 6 wins that regular season. Who is this player?
I mean, their 4th starter that year was Anibal Sanchez. He definitely had more than 5 wins, though, and he doesn't have a Cy Young. It's probably someone who got hurt, and then their 5th starter was Doug Fister. So it's
there's a guy that came back, I guess, for the playoffs. I kind of recall it, actually. I don't know. It's hard to think about. I kind of remember it, though, because he was such a big name.
Yeah, the staff was Verlander, Scherzer, Porcello, Anibal Sanchez, and Doug Fister was their starters. The only name that's coming to my mind right now is Jordan Zimmerman.
It's a good name, but not him. No.
Yeah, this is kind of a ridiculous question. He just led them in innings pitched in the playoffs. Did he get World Series MVP or anything like that? No, because that was Verlander. The only name that I'm thinking of.
I don't think they got World Series MVP anyway because I think they lost that series too.
Well, the Tigers did win one World Series. Maybe I'm getting my ears confused.
I'm 90% sure that they lost that. If I just saw that correctly earlier, I'm gonna just double check there now.
Yeah, they might have
They lost in the division series to Baltimore. Actually, yeah, they lost in the round.
Oh, so he led them in innings pitched in the playoffs, but they only made it to the division series. So what did he have? So he had one good start. There was no wild card round.
I'm not giving that.
That's ridiculous. That's like such a stupid question because they only played less than 5 games in the playoffs. No one had more than one start. That's a terrible question.
So who's the guy that had the one start with the most innings?
That's a terrible question.
Who's the player though? But it's a great question because it has the Cy Young and the World Series around.
But the whole reference point is he led them.
Showing that you can remember who the player that was injured was.
In innings pitched in the playoffs when they lost in the divisional round. That's a retarded question. It's
not about wins and losses. It's not about that.
No, but my point
is
this player. It's about playoff innings pitched when he pitched. He's playoff innings pitched when he played one game. Did he start more than one game in the playoffs?
No.
So you're asking me who started one game in the 2014 wild card round of the playoffs?
That's a ridiculous question. There were multiple guys that started games in that. But
how many games did they play?
But I built you with the resume. It's important, the resume.
The resume
telling you he has Cy Young, telling you has a World Series, telling you that this is a player. That's what makes the question fun. Not necessarily just about that season, is what I'm saying. This is more about the player.
That is a ridiculous question.
It's a great question, actually. It's a trick question, but it's a good question.
It's not a trick question. It's a terrible question.
Who's the player?
It's one of the worst questions ever written by anyone asking sports trivia, honestly.
No, it's not. It's a great question.
Compared to the questions I asked last week, like guys
those are good questions.
All those guys pitched 200 innings for the teams they were on that season. Not
this guy has done that before too in his career, just not that season.
Yeah, so that's why it's a bad question.
He was hurt, but he would arguably have
injured on
that season if he was not hurt. He's just as good as any of those other guys, maybe in that time.
Yeah, he's just as good as Justin Verlander or Max Scherzer, I'm sure.
At that time, he had years that he was very good. Yeah, he has a 20-win season under his belt when he won the Cy Young.
Yeah, I'm sure. He's better than Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander.
I'm saying that he's not some scrub, is what I'm saying. He was 157 and 82 in his career.
And how many years did he play on the Tigers?
2.
So he played 2 seasons with the Tigers and was injured for most of the one season that he played there.
Correct, yeah. And then he was an all-star as well the following year, 2015.
With the Tigers?
Yeah, I think he was 18-5 with them is what I'm reading here.
All right. That's a better... Now I have something to work off at least. 18-5 with the Tigers in 2015.
Yeah. And then he got traded to... Oh, I see. So he started that season 9-4 for Detroit and then got traded to Toronto midseason and went 9-1 for Toronto.
So he was hurt one season and then played half a season with fucking... So he played half a season total with the Tigers, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, a full season over 2 years.
How many starts? Yeah, 1 full season over 2 years. But not really, because you said he had less than 5 wins one year and then got traded halfway through the other year.
I'm reading the innings that he had. He had 146 innings in 2015 and 77 in 2014. So a person with 210, 220 innings, that's a full slate. He went 20-5 and he had 211 innings in his Cy Young season. So for context, he played 1 full season for Detroit out of 2.
Yeah, that's bad. Not Jordan Zimmerman. You said to the Blue Jays. You said.
Yeah, and then eventually went on to the Red Sox.
I don't know. John Lackey.
That was a good guess, but not him. It's David Price.
Lester? Yeah, David
Price.
Yeah.
It's a good question. Anyway,
it's not a good question. It's a terrible question.
Anyway, moving on. In 2023, the Cowboys and Packers combined for 80 points in a playoff game. There were 4 players who had 3+ touchdowns attributed to them in that game. Name those players.
So not 3+ touchdowns scored like the quarterbacks count.
Yeah, anything counts. Correct. Anything
Dak
counts.
Prescott, Jordan Love, Aaron Jones, and
This has a bonus question on top of it, by the way. It's just set the table here.
okay, but those three are all correct.
Yeah, that's correct.
And then Zeke or CeeDee Lamb.
I don't think Zeke was on the team in 2023. Was he?
I thought his first year with the Patriots was 2024.
Not CD.
Not CD, not Zeke. Who else was on our team? 2023 Cowboys. I mean, I guess it could be another Packer. They scored a shitload of points that game, but that wouldn't make as much sense. I mean, I already got 3 out of 4 pretty easily. Who's the other Cowboy?
Jake Ferguson. So,
okay.
And the bonus question is 4 players went over 90 yards receiving in that game.
CeeDee Lamb. I guess Ferguson. Reed. Dobbs. Wicks.
Dobbs is right. Wicks is not. So Ferg, CD, Dobbs, and there's one more.
It might be Aaron Jones also, but I know he had some catches that game, but I don't think so.
No, it's actually. You want one more guess?
Sure, I'll take one more guess. What's his name? The fast kid, Christian fucking Watson.
No, it was actually Michael Gallup. He had a lot of yards in that game. All right, let's move on to the next one. The 2011 49ers had one of the best defenses ever, carrying them to an NFC Championship game. Only 3 players had at least 20 catches for their offense during the regular season. Name those players.
Vernon Davis.
That's one.
Delaney Walker.
He was on. I don't think he had 20 though. I think he had in the teens, if I remember right. No, he's not one.
Michael
Vernon's
Crabtree.
That's 2. His last name will be.
I mean, I got 3 out of 4 that last one, 2 out of 3 this one, easy. Who's the last name? Okay, Michael Crabtree. Who was he lined up with? I'm surprised Delaney Walker isn't on there. That's crazy. Frank Gore was the running back. Did he have 20 catches? I might have to fact check that one.
I'll fact check it right now.
20 plus catches on the 2011 49ers. Alex Smith is the quarterback. Vernon Davis, Michael Crabtree. Nah, I don't have the last one.
Do you want to take a flyer?
Dante Stallworth.
Frank Gore had 17. Delaney Walker had 19.
Yeah, so I got 19 instead of 20.
Kyle Williams is the answer.
I almost said that because he was the punt returner, but I didn't think he got there.
Yeah.
Could have said that because he was the punt returner who fumbled twice.
Yeah, twice. In 2006, the Cardinals went on to win the World Series thanks in large part to this pitcher. Only 2 players in Cardinal history have started their playoff career 5-0 as the winning pitcher. Who are those 2 players?
They both played on the 2006 Cardinals?
No.
Okay. So just 2 Cardinals pitchers.
I'm saying that one of them led them.
So 2 Cardinals pitchers in the history of their franchise started 5-0 in the playoffs.
Correct.
Adam Wainwright. Chris Carpenter.
That's one.
And Bob Gibson.
That's 2. That's awesome. In 2013, the Boston Red Sox won the World Series over the Cardinals. 5 pitchers on Boston's staff have or had been to an All-Star game. Name 4 of those 5.
Okay, give me that one more time.
Sure. In 2013, the Boston Red Sox won the World Series over the Cardinals. 5 pitchers on Boston's staff have or had been to an All-Star game. Name 4 of those 5.
John Lester, John Lackey.
Correct.
David Price.
He wasn't on that.
Okay, 2013. Guess he was still on the Rays.
Right.
Lester,
He won the Cy Young, I think, in 12. Yeah.
Lester, Lackey, 2013 Red Sox. Porcello was still in the Tigers. We just talked about that. Lester, Lackey. 2013 Red Sox. 2013 Red Sox. Fuck. John Lester, John Lackey. Give me a second.
You good?
Boston team. I might only have 2 right now. I'm trying to think. I'll take some hints.
One of these guys, I think, is more known for being a Cub.
More known for being a Cub. Mark Pryor, too old. Was he a Cub after or before?
I'm going to look at it right now. Yeah, he was on the Cubs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, this was his last season, actually, as a professional, and it was his only season on Boston. He's much more known.
Carlos Zambrano?
What a name. No, not him. What a great name. That's why these quizzes are fun, because you get names like that.
Yeah, he was a great Cub. I just thought maybe he took a flight.
Yeah, no, it's a great guess. It's a good one.
Not Mark Pryor, not Carlos Zambrano, not Kerry Wood, I wouldn't think. That's too old. What's his name? I know exactly who it is now. Fuck. I know his face. He's got like a skinny white guy face. Oh, God. What's his name? He's not that good. He probably made like 1 or 2 All-Star teams. Hendricks?
No, that's a great guess too. Good Cub too. Not Hendricks though.
All right, I'll take another hint for one of the other guys.
One of the other guys was an ace on the Tigers, I believe.
Tigers. Not David Price, not Rick Porcello, not Justin Verlander, not Doug Fister, not Kenny Rogers. An ace.
Yeah, I'm gonna triple check. I'm just triple checking it right now, but like,
yeah, you're good.
Yeah, Triple Crown 1 year.
Yeah, the Triple Crown 1 year for pitchers.
Yeah. So he was actually more known for being a Padre. Correction. He was more known for being a Padre.
Oh, Jake Peavy?
Yeah, that's 1. Okay, so you have 3.
I didn't
Lester,
remember him
Lackey,
on the 2014 Red Sox.
Peavy. Another guy that was hurt during the regular season and played in the playoffs, actually.
Oh, Jake Peavy?
Yeah, sneaky.
Oh, that's a tricky one.
So you said Lester, you said Lackey, you have Peavy. There's one more name, which is the guy I just mentioned, who's more known as being a Cub. And then the last guy, I would say, is more known for being a Red Sox.
More known being a Red Sox.
He's got a cool
Tim Wakefield
baseball name. He's got a cool baseball name.
Not Tim Wakefield too early or too.
He's too old, I think, at that point.
Yeah.
It's 2013.
Clay Buchholz?
There it is. Perfect. Nice. The last guy was Ryan Dempster. That's the name. It's a
Dempster. Yeah. Okay.
So Lester, Dempster, Lackey, Clay Buchholz, and Jake.
I was thinking two big name. Like Dempster and Buchholz are like 1 or 2 All-Star guys. That's what I got.
Yeah. I think a couple of them were like 2 All-Star guys. If I'm not mistaken. All right, cool. So for all the receivers who played after the year 2000, okay, all the receivers all time that have played after the year 2000, there are 14 wide receivers who have at least 12,000 yards who are not in the Hall of Fame. Name them. Name 10. Excuse me. Name 10.
Who have 12,000 yards receiving and are not in the Hall of Fame.
But played after the year 2000. So we're not talking about any old-time players here. We're just talking about guys after the year 2000 who are not in the Hall of Fame. It could be, and the word could be yet. I'll just say that.
Yeah. Anquan Bolden.
That's one.
Reggie Wayne.
That's two.
Brandon Marshall.
That's three.
Keenan Allen.
That's four. He's the last on the list, by the way. He just got over.
Okay. Mike Evans.
That's five.
I'm trying to think current player. This is I think this is right, but it's kind of a shot in the dark. Lavernius Coles. He's got to be really close if he's not 12,000. He's got to be over 10 for sure. All right.
I'll double check it after.
That's fine. He's got to be very close. Okay, I got 5 so far. Let me simmer back down. I tried to flex a little bit there. All right. Reggie Wayne.
He had 8,600 yards, Lavernius Coles.
Jason Witten.
Remember, wide receivers. We're only doing wide receivers.
Oh, no tight ends. All right. There's some that I'm like are so close, but I don't know if they're there yet. Is Steve Smith in the Hall of Fame already?
That's a good one. That's number 6.
Okay. Joe Horn?
No. We'll give you 4 misses. That's 2 misses. We'll give you 4 misses on this quiz. That's 2.
Julio Jones?
That's 7. There you go.
Is Andre Johnson in the Hall of Fame?
I believe he is.
Okay. I'm not counting that as a miss. That was a question. Okay. Oh, man, this is no tight ends. I keep thinking of fucking tight ends. All right. Think of this.
A couple of big dogs you missed so far.
Yeah, no, well, it's
there's a couple names here that are if you get it, like you're a beast, but because it's just names. I don't know how to explain it. After 2000, though, they're guys, but like you know them, but like
no, I'm trying to think of guys who like aren't in the Hall of Fame
careers
or like still
long careers.
maybe in the NFL. I want to think
a couple of those.
Throw this out there because Larry Fitz just got in this weekend, so I'm assuming you're not counting him.
Correct.
All right. Wish I had like pen and paper. I might bring that next time. All right, so we got 7 right now. I have a few names on my head that I know are just like right there, if not over it. Fuck, man. Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce are in the Hall of Fame.
Torrey Holt is not in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, then Torrey Holt.
There's number 8.
He should be in the Hall of Fame already. That's crazy.
That's correct. That's correct. Yes. That is absolutely correct.
Isaac Bruce is definitely in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
All right. Torrey Holt. Wow, that kind of opens up some doors for me. I have 2 more, and I have a few names that I feel like are possible.
And you have 2 misses. You have 2 misses left and 2 more to name. You have 8.
All right. I know somebody that are like right. Like if it was 10,000, I would have got this easily. All right, I'm gonna go. No, the longevity is the only issue. Fuck. Oh, there's so many names. Now I'm overloaded. I guess I gotta start guessing on some. Jimmy Smith.
That's 9.
Let's fucking go.
Out of all the names to name, Can't believe you named that one. You have the playground to play with, is what I would say at this point with the names.
Yeah, no, there's definitely some good ones. I'm just like, all right, I should just think teams right now, as opposed to because a lot of them, like, I'm just like thinking.
Getting that name is way harder. Him and Brandon Marshall naming versus like some of these other guys that you haven't named is wild to me.
Yeah,
like you did the hard work. You did the labor is kind of what I mean.
I guess Antonio Brown.
That's 10.
Okay, let me guess some. Yeah.
Keep going.
I'm just gonna go with the names that came to my mind. They might be stupid guesses, honestly, but they just came to my head. Donald Driver.
Nope, that's 3 misses.
Like I said, he's definitely very close. If not, like, he's going to be 10,000 plus for sure. And as is Lavernius Coles for sure.
No, Lavernius Coles only has 8,000.
Really? That's crazy.
8,600. Yeah, I looked it up.
All right.
Yeah, 10,100 for Driver though. Better guess.
Yeah. Okay, let me back it up a step. Seahawks. 41. Chargers. There's some that I know are close. All right, whatever. I'm just gonna start saying names because there's definitely some big ones I'm gonna miss. That's fine. I don't care about that. I got my 10. So many names are coming to my head right now. All right, Marcus Colston.
No.
All right, he was definitely close too. You could give me the rest.
All right, yeah. So Steve Smith, Reggie Wayne, Anquan Bolden, Julio Jones, Torrey Holt, DeAndre Hopkins, Mike Evans, Tay Adams, Brandon Marshall, Antonio Brown, Jimmy Smith. Here's another name. Hines Ward. Here's another name. Derek Mason, and then your boy Keenan.
And that
good job, though.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
14 wide receivers.
Oh, you said 17. Okay, 10 and 14.
14. So you did 10 out of 14. You did 11 out of 14.
Nice.
All right. 5 players have passed for 4,000 yards as a rookie. Name them.
Andrew Luck.
That's one.
I don't know if he got there. Fuck. Did he get there? All right, let me think back first. Justin Herbert.
Your boy.
All 5 I got a name?
Yeah, and none of these guys are from before the year 2000. And
whatever, Andrew Luck was probably the first one to do it.
Yeah, exactly. You got the idea. Maybe this other guy is the first guy, but they're close.
Okay.
I don't remember. This guy's the man, though, who I'm talking about. Not Andrew Luck, obviously. Andrew Luck's cool.
Andrew Luck.
Herbert.
I don't know if this guy did it, but I'm going to say it anyway. Jaden Daniels?
Nah. Close, though. There were a couple close ones, like 38, 36.
Yeah. All right. Rookie season. Dak Prescott?
Nope. I think he is a 38 or 2.
Yeah, he must have been very, very close.
It's crazy how common 3,800 yards for a rookie quarterback.
Yeah. It's like 4,000.
So many.
It's
only weird. 5. Right shot, just falling just below it. It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, I'm thinking of so many running guys who were successful early, but I do think Cam Newton's possible. Cam Newton.
Nice guess. Great. Herbert, Luck, Newton. 2 more.
Andy Dalton.
Nah. Good guess though.
This guy was way before Andrew Luck, so I don't know. But Carson Palmer.
Nah.
I don't think Goff. I don't think Wentz.
Nah.
Matthew Stafford.
Nope.
All right, I need teams. I don't know.
One of these guys is a starting quarterback still. We talked about him earlier in the podcast. Still finding his footing in the playoffs.
Well, I said Justin Herbert already.
Yeah, another guy in that vein. And then another guy is like the best backup you want in the league.
The best backup in the league. Jeez Louise.
Such a biased comment. So I'll let you take over and let that lead you.
The best backup is like Tyrod Taylor, but that's
not being like obviously not based on like actual. This guy used to be a starter, just slinging that shit.
Mac Jones, he was a good backup and started as a rookie.
Someone who would sling it though, like 400 yards. Whatever happens. Close your eyes.
Oh, Jameis Winston.
Yeah, that's another. And then the last guy is still a starter, like I said, with the playoff woes.
Still a starter with playoff woes. Baker Mayfield?
Nah. CJ Stroud. So Stroud, Herbert.
Stroud. I should have had CJ Stroud. I should have had CJ Stroud. That was bad by me. That was bad.
Last question. 6 players passed for 4,000 yards last year in the NFL in 2026. But 3 guys had 385 plus completions. Who were those 3 guys?
They all had 4,000 yards passing?
Right. 3 of the 6 had at least 385 completions.
It's a weird stat. It's like if people had 375, it's like one less.
There were like there's people on this list that have like 320 completions with 4,000 passing yards.
All right. Dak Prescott.
404 completions. Led the league.
Baker Mayfield.
No. He didn't pass for 4,000 yards.
Really? Interesting. 4,000 yards passing last year. Much. Trying to think, he threw a lot of completions. Obviously Dak, and then Jordan Love.
He sucked last year. Actually, he was hurt a little bit too. He did him last year.
I'm just thinking of people who throw a lot of short passes.
Dynasty League. Traded for Stafford because he's pissed me off so much last year.
Yeah, Matthew Stafford, maybe.
Yeah, there you go. There's one. 388.
And
then there's
Drake
one guy
May?
between them. Actually, Drake May had 354. He's not on this. He's on the 4,000 yards list, but he's not on the completions list.
So like 2 less passes per game. Average.
No, it's 40. 40. I mean, or excuse me, 40 less completions over a 17. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Okay. Math is mathing.
Well, 385 to 354 is 31, so less than 2 passes per
393, game. 388 to 354, exactly, yeah. The other guy had 393, and then Dak had 404. Who had 393?
I was just going from 385, so I was like less than 2 passes. 2 passes a game more, he would have had it by a few.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so there's one more person, 393. Cowboys, Eagles, Giants, Commanders, Packers, Lions. Jared Goff?
Correct. 393 for Jared Goff. Do you want to name the other guys that had 4,000 yards?
Sure.
You named Dak, Goff, Stafford, May. The last 2 guys.
Okay. Not Josh Allen?
No, actually.
Wow. Jets, Bills, Patriots, Dolphins, no. AFC East, no. AFC North. Joe Burrow was hurt a bunch, so it's not him. Aaron, no, I'm not going to say his name. Aaron Rodgers, maybe I will say his name just because I feel like it. Browns, Bengals, Steelers, no. Ravens, Lamar Jackson, I don't think so. He was hurt some games.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's a good question.
AFC West. Mahomes, did he get there even though he got hurt at the end of the year? Bo Nix.
No.
Just naming starting quarterbacks now. Chiefs, Raiders, no way. Chiefs, Broncos, Raiders, no. Chargers, already said. Or did I say Justin Herbert already?
You didn't, but he didn't.
Okay, I thought he was getting killed last year anyway. AFC West, Darnold. Not the Cardinal.
Are you saying his name? Yeah,
Yeah,
Darnold is
Sam
one.
Darnold. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's it. That's
Yeah,
all.
No, well, you said Stafford, Goff, Dak, May, Darnold, and there's one other guy.
I thought I said one other. I thought I had 5 already. Okay. I didn't say. Okay, I'll just keep going through the teams.
This guy's in the AFC.
AFC? Okay, not AFC East, not AFC North, not AFC West. AFC South is the Titans, no. The Colts, no. Trevor Lawrence?
Correct. Yeah, that's right. Those are the 6 guys. All right, let's jump into the Hotz corner now. These questions will be a lot lighter. Hotz can take a little break now from the little
Besides the
quizzical.
Tigers question, those are good questions. The Tigers questions was a bad question.
So there you go. I made up for it, folks.
But like, you can't be like they pitched the most innings in the playoffs and then they played like 3 playoffs.
Yo, bro, David Price had 8 innings. That's why I thought it was cool because he like pitched almost a complete game. I was like, oh, this is gonna be like a little cheeky question, but I gave stats around it. Conceptually, it sounded great. You have to understand where I was coming from, where I'm sitting.
Yeah. But you when you hear most innings pitched in the playoffs,
I guess when I heard it when I read it and I heard it, I was like, this did not.
You think of like a deep playoff run and they pitched like multiple games. Not like
I gotcha.
This guy had one good game in a season and a half with the Tigers and
barely played. It was literally a pit stop.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. It's literally a pit stop. Anyway, all right, HBO, Netflix, Apple TV, pick one.
I'd probably go with the OG Netflix.
Rank the best players to wear 88 for the Cowboys.
Irvin. I'll go Dez over Drew Pearson. Or no, I'll go Irvin, Lamb, Dez, Pearson.
Miguel Cabrera or Albert Pujols?
Pujols.
Take a right hook from Mike Tyson in his prime or base jump off of the Grand Canyon.
What exactly is base jumping?
You have a parachute strapped to you and you jump off of like a point and then you have to like do it in the air.
I'll do the base jumping.
Okay. What is the most underrated restaurant you've been to?
I'm a big Yard House guy.
Come on. I'm underrated restaurant, not like
I'm just not going to name a local like Bar Avalon in Westchester, Philadelphia, or Westchester, Pennsylvania. But no one knows. That's
what we're looking for. Because if we we end up passing through, we know we have a spot.
Yeah,
that's what the folks are looking for.
Yeah, no, the folks are listening to something they can relate to.
All right, fine, fair enough. You check your bank account and you see an additional $1 million randomly added to your account. What's the next move or the first thing that you buy? Like, what's your next move?
Do you mean like it's added and I'm like not gonna have it taken out because it was an error, like, or is it's like genuinely $1 million added to my bank account that I have free reign to? Okay,
it's added, but you don't know where it came from. You don't know what happened. You don't know the backstory. It's just been added.
But I called the bank and they're like, no, that's your money. It's not an error. Like, because
the money is loaded into your account. That is real money. Yes,
okay,
that is real money.
I wouldn't touch it because I know they're gonna take it back out because
it's real money, but you just don't know the source of where it came from.
Okay.
So what is your next move and what do you buy first?
I'd probably buy a house, honestly.
What's your next is your next move to like in terms of like figuring out where the money comes from?
Like $250,000 down towards like
immediately pull
$50,000 home.
Yeah.
You know, and have like a cheap mortgage for 30 years or whatever.
You got it. What is the most important invention society underappreciates?
That's a good question. I would say the can opener.
Rank which name you think in sports is the most popular. Rank them in order. Johnson, Smith, Williams, Jones, Brown.
I'd probably say Smith is number 1. Johnson is number 2. Williams is number 3. Jones is number 4, and I forget the other one. Brown is number 5.
Hold on. I had it up earlier.
Smith, Johnson, Williams, Jones, Brown.
You think Brown is 5th, you're saying?
Yeah. Brown is 5th. Smith, Johnson, Williams, Jones, Brown.
Brown, Jones.
I had it perfect besides those last 2?
Correct. Nice. Pretty good. All right, let's go. Let's review your questions. So you said Netflix. The OG for me actually is HBO. I must be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I just mean the OG streaming service is Netflix. Like they were
Fair
streaming before anyone else. But
So
HBO
compared
obviously
to
has
streaming.
been around longer. But yeah,
Higher quality shows on HBO you could put up, maybe.
but I've watched them all, like for the most part. Like the new ones
Yeah.
coming out. Like I've seen The Sopranos, I've seen The Wire, I've seen.
We're watching
Barry,
Boardwalk Empire right now. Christy hasn't seen it yet, and I haven't seen it in
Boardwalk
years.
Empire.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm at the point where I'm probably going to start rewatching old shows, but I have been on like a movie kick recently. I do feel like Netflix has good movies, has good original movies, has good classics. Like I turned on Netflix, I don't know, a month ago or so, or a couple months ago, and what was on? The Christian Slater, Quentin Tarantino movie. Oh, True Romance.
Oh yeah. Great
True
movie.
Romance was just like right as the first thing on there, and I was like, oh, this is a watch. You know, like
That's a good movie.
fucking great movie. Yeah.
Anything Quentin is the best.
Yeah, I just watched Fallen with Denzel Washington on
I think I've
Netflix.
seen that.
It's
I don't
pretty
think I've
good.
seen
I gave it like a 7 out of 10, like a good movie. Like I'm a movie dick, so but like I think it was good. Like there's things I didn't like about it, and like I thought the ending was good. Like, but it was a good movie. But
Did
like,
you see
I feel
that?
like-
Did you see the Odyssey? Did you see the Odyssey?
I haven't seen the Odyssey yet. I don't know. I like.
I catch it
Christopher
on
Nolan.
television. Yeah, I catch it on
Yeah,
television.
I like Christopher Nolan. I just don't like having. It's like going to play golf, seeing a 4-hour movie. It's such a time commitment, you know. Like you have to drive to the movies, get there, get your seat.
It's too long of a movie to do in a theater.
Yeah, that's what I say. I like.
That's a good way I think to put it, because if you're home and you're watching a 3-hour movie, you can pause it, go to the bathroom, whatever,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
resume
You
it
can,
like you're in your own haven
You
versus
could
like,
make food while it's like watching it at the same time, kind of.
and you
like,
can
know
see
what
that
I
this
mean?
is a scene not that important maybe, so you're out of a 3-hour movie, you're gonna have some low moments maybe.
Yeah. No, but I heard it was very good. I'll definitely watch it at some point. But like, I still haven't watched The Irishman. Like, it's just hard to buckle up for a long movie for me. So especially in the theater, it's like I'd like 2.5 is probably my limit for what I'm going to go out to watch in the movie theater.
Rank the best players to wear 88. I was surprised you had CD so high and higher than Dez. That's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, at first I was thinking Dez, but I just think CD is just more dynamic than Dez. I think Dez wasn't quite the route runner, not quite as skilled with the ball in his hand. You know, he was more of a
I don't know.
He was more of a fly slant kind of guy.
Intimidate you, body you up, and just pull the ball down.
Big, strong guy, but I think CD Lamb is a better.
But Dez,
overall player.
Dez Prime, he was.
Yeah, led the NFL in touchdowns 1 year, 17. But I
He's
bet you,
fast. He's still fast, underrated fast.
Yeah, but he's not. I think CD is faster.
He's not a burner like CD, yeah.
And I think CD Lamb is kind of like a little more, has his like head on his shoulders a little better.
He has more of that elusive trait, is what you would probably call
Like
that.
I said,
guess,
after the catch and route running, and like they both kind of had that problem of like they drop the easy one sometimes. Like I don't think like they have the same weakness, if you will.
I was about to say
CD could do a little bit more.
CD had a bad drop last year in week 1 or whatever that was. I remember across the middle.
Yeah, and Dez has had a few too. You know, like
Dez had a few too back in the day. Yeah, but they both legends of the game. I love how we're not even discussing Michael Irvin.
Yeah, Michael Irvin's number one for sure. He won 3.
There's not even a conversation. Yeah, when the
Yeah.
guy was 45 years old, he's mossing people in the longest yard. Just watch your highlights, okay?
And also, like similar to Aikman, like they were in a dominant run offense.
Right.
Like so, it's like when people look at Troy Aikman's numbers and are like, you know,
It's all going to one guy.
And they never threw for this. He never threw for this many yards, this many touchdowns. Like he wasn't throwing the ball a lot, and still it's still Irvin ate a ton in a low volume passing.
Anything that was thrown to him was caught, essentially.
Yeah, it's the playmaker. Highlight plays like this play in the Super Bowl where he lifted his leg up to like shield the receiver, still caught it and turned. And then in the playoffs, Aikman and Irvin always turned it on. Like their regular season stats will never be.
They cruised the
Randy
regular
Mosses
season. The
or
roster
the
was
Dan
just better.
Marinos. But in the playoffs, Aikman and Irvin lit it up. So those guys are special guys. So Irvin, definitely no question, 3 Super Bowls, and also just a spectacular individual player. And yeah, his stats are definitely lower than Dez and Lamb, but it's a different time and also just a different makeup of the team. So, and then Drew Pearson, great player, but just kind of not quite on these.
Just got into the hall. Just got into the hall, yeah.
Yeah, and a winner too, but just like not. He was a very good player, but not these guys are great players. I would say all those guys are kind of a level up from Drew Pearson in terms of just
all great players though. So it's crazy. All Hall of Famer talents. I don't know if Dez will get in the Hall of Fame, but like Hall of Fame talents.
Yeah, he could have been if things bounced a little differently at points in his career for sure. But he kind of flamed out, and CD might too. Like if CD flames out young, then that spot could flip. But I think CD's got a lot more good years left in him.
Yeah, I think his arc will be longer. Like you said, just more skilled of a player, so he could probably still find his pocket as an Amani Toomer late in his career type of receiver possession guy, whatever, even if it's not all there, like as a speedster, like maybe early in his career. Like he's just a talented guy. Albert Pujols from Miguel Cabrera, you went Pujols. Yeah, I like Miggy a lot.
Hesitation for me. I mean, Miguel Cabrera is a great hitter, but Albert Pujols, his first 10 seasons as a major leaguer, had a 300 average, 30 home runs, and 100 RBIs. Like, I don't think we'll ever see that again. Guys who hit for that kind of power and production.
And average.
Average.
We just like fawned over it for Judge doing it a couple of seasons. The guy did it 10 years in a row. Yeah,
his first 10 years of his career, like his rookie year, he was 330 home runs, 100 RBIs. Just a absolutely fantastic hitter. And also, like, worked his way into a Gold Glove first baseman. Like, he wasn't
too shabby.
It wasn't the cleanest of first base Gold Glove winners, to be fair. Like, but he worked his way into a good to very good first baseman who got that Gold Glove and wasn't like, that's a bullshit Gold Glove. It's like, like it's not like his competition probably wasn't that strong that year kind of thing. And he snuck one in, but still to even get to that level, Miguel Cabrera was a DH or a cone in the field his whole career.
Yeah, he was not a guy known for like having range necessarily, whatever.
He was a minus infielder, and a big minus outfielder when he did go out there at times. But once he left the Marlins, he was virtually just a DH.
Yeah, for sure. A lethal hitter, but just not really doing anything on the other side of the
got to some accolades that Miguel Cabrera didn't, like 600 home runs.
Did Pujols ever get a Triple Crown?
I don't think so, but I know that Miggy did have his one Triple Crown, but I don't even know.
That's crazy to think about, considering you talk about the stats that you just reiterated about the consistency. Yeah. But it's like he doesn't win a Triple Crown. That would be flooring if I'm about to look that shit up. There's no fucking
I don't think he has one. I feel like I would know. Because those are really rare, the Triple Crowns.
That tells you how rare it is, considering. You know what I mean? Like the consistency.
Yeah, because there's guys like who come out of the woodwork and hit like 340 one year. But right. Like Freddie Sanchez for the Pirates one year, or the Luis Castillos of the world, like Pujols.
He had a chance at it. His best season was when he led in home runs and RBIs in 2010. What was his average that year?
In 2010, maybe 332.
It's crazy. It's a good guess because the previous year 327, the previous year before that's 357, but that year he only averaged 312.
Yeah.
Only.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, psycho stats. His WAR one year was 9.7. Back-to-back over 9 WAR.
But Pujols almost 100 more home runs in his career.
Yeah. Bigger dog. Yeah. Take a right hook.
Excuse me, Pujols got the 700 home runs, not 600.
Yeah,
700 home runs. 703. Miguel Cabrera.
And had the most gangster swing ever. The way he just hung it there like that. It's just, take a right hook from Mike Tyson in his prime, or base jump off of the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, I mean, I could die from either one, I guess, but I just think it's definitely going to cause a lot of pain and might die from Mike Tyson. I have a chance of surviving a base jump, or like landing it pretty clean and not getting that hurt. Yeah, I don't want my brain automatically scrambled.
What is the most underrated restaurant you've been to? Hotz said Yard House. It's a good answer.
I just think in terms of, like I said, things that like are colloquial and everyone has access to. If I'm just, like I said, I could name a random place in Brooklyn. Like,
I want to hear about Ray's on the corner, dude.
Nah, I mean, I guess a place by me that's really, really good. Me and Cassidy took our moms out there last weekend. It was Teikoku in Newtown.
This is what the people want to hear about.
No, they're never going to go there.
Yes, they do.
No one's going to go. Who's going to go there? You have to live within a fucking 20-mile radius of me.
You don't think? Okay. Anyway, you check your bank account and see an additional $1 million randomly added to your account. What is the first thing you buy? So you take as much money out as possible, essentially, and go put a down payment down on a house.
Well, if I take out $250,000 as a down payment to get a low mortgage, I still have $750K. Put most of that in the stock market or whatever, fucking something I know is going to grow.
So do you care to do any finding out as to where this money came from at all? Or are you just kind of just ignoring that?
Well, that's what the first thing I asked you was like, is this money?
Well, it's confirmed. I said it. You can go,
I said I called
it's your money. I see. Yeah, they can. But I'm saying the source of the money being sent in is random. You're not curious about finding that out outside of the bank and confirming that the money is real.
No, as long as I know the money is clean, like I'm not gonna like go out of my way. Like, why would I?
That's what I'm saying. You don't know anything except for the bank telling you it's your money.
So why do I care? I don't know. I don't know. Like,
okay.
What am I gonna do? Like, spend all my time?
I think the first thing I would do is probably get on a plane and fly somewhere super remote.
Why is that?
Because I feel like if someone just loaded $1 million into my account and I don't know where it came from and it's actually real money, then something's going on.
I don't know.
You're like, I'll just take $250 out. I'm gonna go put the down payment down the house. Middle finger.
Yeah, if the bank says it's my money, like what did I didn't screw anyone over. I didn't like extort anyone for this money. Like why would
you be like double checking your hat? You'd be double checking the things that you said to people. You're like, did I do something? Is there something did I sign up for something?
I don't know. It's like it's a scenario that would never really happen. I thought you were looking for like, would you make some crazy my lifestyle probably wouldn't change much. I would just buy a home, and then like I said, invest.
Yeah, investing is key.
And then maybe keep just like another like home, invest, and then keep like another $150K just like added to my checking or whatever, just to have. Like
that's like I'm gonna go put 20 grand on SpaceX and watch it soar, and then
pretty much just fucking just set up my retirement before I even have to worry about it, and then just go back to work on Monday. Like
I need to fly to like Vietnam to know that I'm not being targeted. I need to know that I'm in a safe hut somewhere.
Why would you be targeted? I don't understand why I'm getting $1 million.
Whoever gave me $1 million probably knows where I live.
But I guess I don't know. But why
setup?
What's the setup?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm out of the loop.
It's not like they're trying to get the $1 million back from you. Like they gave it to you. Like why would they give it to you if they just wanted it? It doesn't make any sense.
Just find you cut up somewhere after just getting $1 million. Like everything's all good. What is the most important invention society underappreciates?
Yeah, the can opener. I feel like it's been around forever. You still use it every day. Fucking
can opener.
Yeah. No one talks about the can opener as a great invention, but it keeps our food non-perishable.
I like the door handle.
Have you ever tried to open a can without a can opener?
Yes. That's bad. You will cut your hand.
Yeah, you're fucking using a knife. You're stabbing it. You're trying to stab.
You're trying to open like a little pasta thing. I've done that before where the can was not working, and I'm trying to like use my fingers to get in there. You're gonna cut your finger.
Yeah, tuna fish, something, whatever. Or you could just put that little thing on and spin it around, or use the electric one and just hold it up to it. It takes fucking 2 seconds. It's a good invention.
Well, the electric one's a different invention, right? Or is that the premise of can opening? Are you saying that that's a different invention, or is that the same invention? The premise of can opening.
Variation of an invention, because it's the same.
If you put something in a can, it needs to be
mechanism.
open.
It's you clamp it and then roll a sharp spinny thing.
One's just doing it faster.
Isn't even necessarily faster. I think the manual one might be faster. The electric ones are kind of slow, but it's just they get it done clean. But either way, if I don't have an electric one now, I've had an electric one before. The hand one is fine for me.
Yeah. Right.
But no one's like, that's a great invention, the can opener. But if you try to open a can without a can opener, it's fucking problematic.
Definitely problematic. I would agree with that premise. All right, and then rank which name you think in sports is the most popular. You were right, actually. This is good.
I got four. I got like the first three right, and then switched the last two. Pretty
Johnson, Smith, Williams, Jones, Brown.
Oh, that's right. That's what I said.
And yeah, it was Brown Jones. Is what you said. Jones Brown. It's Brown Jones.
Pretty close. Yeah.
It's interesting. Jones is a popular one too. You would think, but I don't know. Brown. There's a lot of Browns.
Yeah, there's a lot of Browns.
That sounds wrong. We should probably cut the podcast off.
A lot of Browns, especially in baseball.
Anyway, moving along here. So back up to the quiz. You did a good job on the quiz, the Dak quarterback question, just to talk about that for a second. The Conforto was shocking.
Yeah, Conforto, I choked on Conforto, but again, all
David
the ones
Price questions failed. Overall, questions were pretty good. I try to make them about, I feel like I did like the research that was required in order to make
Carpenter and Bob Gibson was a flex.
That was a flex. You got that very quickly. You got Crabtree and Vernon Davis quickly. You couldn't land on Kyle Williams. Weird question, right? Because most of the players on that team, they had like 16 guys that had less than 20 catches.
Well, Alex Smith was like famously a game manager. Yeah, they didn't throw a lot of passes. Frank Gore probably had like 1,500 yards rushing that year.
Yeah, just passes to anyone, doesn't find his best players. I know another quarterback that's like that, right? That doesn't get his best players the ball. We just talked about him earlier.
Yeah, Alex Smith and Justin Herbert, no one ever compared those two guys until just now.
They'll be compared forever because they'll both be quintessential losers.
Yep. And Jalen Hurts and Trent Dilfer and Brad Johnson are the winners.
Life is fairly unfair. Anyway, the Boston question you did well. You got most of those guys. Lester, Lackey. You eventually got Buchholz, and you got Peavy. Dempster was the one that slipped you there. And then the receivers question you did really well on. You got all 10 guys out of the 14. I think you got 11, actually. Surprised you named guys like Jimmy Smith, to be honest. I'm surprised that name came to mind. And Keenan Allen you named early in that one. That was good, too. And then the 5 players, 4,000 yards all time. The rookies.
Yeah, that was tough. That was a tough fight.
Herbert, Luck, and Newton you named. Winston.
Stroud was a tough miss.
Stroud's a miss. Yeah, and then the guys from last year with at least the completions and all that. You did pretty good there, too. You got Dak, Goff, and Stafford. You said May, and he was the 4th list on the list.
Yeah,
so that was good.
They did pretty good there.
Overall, solid quiz.
Yeah, no, that was good. I'm happy with myself. I could have done better, but the Conforto one is the only one that I'm really kicking myself about. Everything else is kind of like whatever. Conforto, like I bought a Conforto jersey after that like World Series run, so I should have got Conforto. That's the one that I'm like. Everything else, they're tough questions.
Met legend, I would say, in some households, like had some big moments.
He had a good. He was probably the second best hitter on the team that playoff run after Murphy.
Yeah,
so
yeah, absolutely. But Murphy was literally on a pantheon.
Right off the rip, I was kind of like, whatchamacallit. Right off the rip, I was fucked up by Duda not being on there.
He had one, and David Wright had one. You were right about David Wright being on that team. I didn't even see his name, and and what's it called? What's his name? Who else was on that list? Cespedes was also not a guy that was at 3.
Yeah, Cespedes.
That's weird. That was weird too.
Yeah. Darnell, I probably should have got a little quicker, but I got it eventually. Like I said, I named the whole team except for right field, and that's the one.
You named the positions that the players you were missing.
Yeah.
Like you named the whole team, and then you just knew that these are the 3 guys that you're can't put a finger on.
I literally came up with everyone except for the guys who hit 3+ home runs besides Murphy.
Yeah,
I literally knew everyone
Murphy
else.
had 7. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, I know. He had I knew he had. I think
he's
he set the record. Maybe it's been broken by them, but I think 7 home runs in the playoffs might be a record.
That old City Field, I remember the big scoreboard. He was psycho.
Yeah, great. That was a fun run too.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, no, that was a good. Jimmy Smith was a good pull.
Hell yeah.
Torrey
Hull. Good quiz. You did good. Good. I'm surprised Torrey Hull is not a Hall of Famer. That's crazy. I assume he'll get in when.
Yeah, he should definitely be in. It's tough for receivers. Receivers usually have a longer wait. Like Anquan Bolden is a no doubt Hall of Famer in my opinion too.
Yeah.
But they just don't get out on the first ballots because there's like a backlog of receivers.
Steve Smith for the Panthers is going to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's probably one of the best small guy receivers ever. Like guys under like 6'2", whatever. He was unbelievable. Like that guy. I mean, he's got to go to the Hall of Fame. Anyway, we'll be back next week. Good quiz. Hell yeah.
That was fun. I'll write up some good stuff. Yeah, I like these quizzes better. I mean, they might be a little longer because we're thinking. Maybe we could put a time limit on them or something. But I like these quizzes as opposed to like just list players with.
Let's do like
receiving.
Let's just do like 5 questions, and if we have a guest, then we can add a couple more for the guest or something like that.
Yeah, we don't have to put a time limit either. I'm just spitballing, but I do like trivia. Like it's good to have like a Jeopardy style question versus like these guys did this, name them. You know what I mean? Like
Fuck yeah. And we got football next week. Preseason actually starts next week, which is sweet.
Well, it started already. They had the Hall of Fame.
Well, the whole game,
Yeah.
but like actually all the teams playing, which is cool. So only a couple preseason games, right? There's only 2 official preseason games.
I don't know.
Now-
I think NFL.
I think they shortened it to 2, right?
I thought it was 3, but if they shortened it to 2, I believe you. Basically, I don't know.
I have no idea. Maybe it's 3. Let me take a look here. See the Giants. Yankees blew another one today. Helio Ramos let one go over his head.
Yeah, no, it looks like 3 still, and then the Hall of Fame game, people play 4.
Oh, if you play the Hall of Fame game, you have 4?
Yeah.
That doesn't count as one?
Well, it counts as a preseason game, but you still play 4. Like the Cardinals play 4 preseason.
4 preseason games still.
Yeah,
What are we doing?
the Cardinals play the Panthers, the Raiders, the Cowboys, and the Packers in the preseason.
So they get an extra preseason game.
Yeah.
Damn, Carson Beck, starter over there? What do you think?
I mean, he looked good against backups, playing with backups. You know, it's tough.
Let him play against starters next week?
I don't know. I mean, a lot of teams don't even play their starters at all in the preseason.
Raiders will, though. The next week is going to be...
No, I mean, they also gave Jacoby Brissett a new contract, so I don't know. We'll see. All right,
Yeah.
but I got to pee, brother.
I'll talk to you next week.
Peace.
Holla.